Keely Shaye Brosnan's story is not one of sudden change or spectacle. It is a slow, intentional unfolding of a woman deeply rooted in self-knowledge. Any recent attention surrounding her transformation misses the larger truth. This is not about reinvention for approval, but about alignment. Keely has spent years living deliberately, choosing substance over noise and depth over display. Her evolution reflects a life lived with awareness, where growth is measured not by appearance, but by clarity, health, and inner steadiness. In a culture that often demands women explain themselves, Keely has never felt the need to do so. She has moved through Hollywood without absorbing its most corrosive expectations. Rather than chase youth or trends, she has consistently invested in what lasts: purpose, intellect, and integrity. Her background as a journalist and producer shaped her worldview early on, grounding her in curiosity and responsibility. Those same qualities now guide how she approaches wellness and self-care, thoughtfully, patiently, and without spectacle. There is nothing rushed or reactive in her choices. They reflect long-term commitment rather than short-term fixes. What sets Keely apart is her orientation toward meaning. Environmental advocacy has long been central to her work, not as an accessory to fame, but as a genuine calling. Her voice has consistently been directed toward protecting ecosystems, amplifying overlooked issues, and encouraging accountability. That same mindset carries into her personal life. Health for her is not aesthetic. It is functional, sustainable, and holistic. The vitality people notice now is simply the outward expression of years spent honoring her body and values rather than fighting them. Her marriage to Pierce Brosnan further reflects this grounded philosophy. The relationship exists largely outside the machinery of celebrity culture, and that is precisely why it resonates. There's no performative romance, no curated perfection, only consistency, respect, and loyalty. Pierce's public admiration for Keely is not rooted in image, but in partnership. Together, they represent a version of love that matures rather than competes with time. In an industry where relationships are often transactional, theirs feels anchored and real. What is most compelling about Keely today is her composure. She carries herself with assurance that doesn't seek permission or validation. Aging for her is not something to camouflage or battle. It is something to inhabit fully. She demonstrates that confidence deepens when a woman stops negotiating her worth with the outside world. There is power in that refusal, and it is quietly radical. Keely Shaye Brosnan's presence challenges narrow definitions of beauty by refusing to engage with them at all. She doesn't rebrand herself to stay visible. She remains visible by staying true. Her life illustrates that elegance is not a look, but a way of moving through the world with intention, compassion, and self-respect. Ultimately, her journey offers a different narrative altogether. It suggests that fulfillment comes not from transformation, but from continuity, from honoring who you've always been while allowing yourself to grow. Keely reminds us that the most compelling kind of radiance is earned slowly, through values lived consistently, and that kind of beauty, rooted in authenticity, does not fade, it settles in,